Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, JTV Hot Trends. And of course, along the way, we meet interesting people. And in the studios with us tonight, we have none other than Mrs. Bvi 2016, Mrs. Angèle Cameron. How are you?
I am good. Pleasure to be here.
Lovely to have you. You look fabulous, girl.
Thank you. I tried.
Now, Mrs. Bvi 2016, this is what, the second year that we had the competition. Well, it's not really a competition, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell us a little bit about Mrs. Bvi.
So Mrs. Bvi has actually been in existence for 17 years.
Woo!
We've had a break in between, and
long
we've
break.
had, yes, we did have a break in between, quite a long break, you could say. And we've had two. Last year we had Siobhan, and then this year we have me as Mrs. Bvi.
Right.
I head off to China next month to compete in the Mrs. Globe competition, so I'm excited about that.
Yes.
Representing the territory, but it's not really a competition. It's a lifestyle challenge.
Okay.
You know, we're married now, we have kids, you know, it's not about looking pretty and being fabulous. It's more about what can you do for your community, and that's what I love about this.
Okay, so that part, what you could do for your community, is why you decided to be a part.
That's exactly why I decided. I'm not the pageant queen type of person.
Right.
Some people keep saying, oh, you look like the type. It's not my personality.
Right.
So what I like about it is it gives me an opportunity to give back in a way that I would not have been able to before.
Right.
I wouldn't have put myself out there, and now I feel like it's a more appropriate forum for me to say, you know, these are the things I'm passionate about: environmental sustainability, diabetes. I'm passionate about these things.
Right.
And I can get my foot in the door without seeming to be some takeover personality type person. So.
Well, I was at the night you were presented to the BVI. I was there. Fabulous, my dear. You basically had, like, you know, the swimsuit, the cultural costume, and your evening wear.
Yeah.
And these are the things that you're going to be displaying as well when you go off to China.
Yes, these are the things that I'm going to, the same categories. We have to do a talent when we're there. It's not mandatory. It's more of an entertainment segment for the community. Okay. So it's good that we do a talent. So I'm going to do a bit of poetry. I love poetry. I'm going to write a piece that I'll be saying over there. So I'm going to do a poetry piece. We'll display cultural wear, swimsuit. Bit nervous about that one.
You look fabulous, girl. Come on.
And then evening wear. And a lot of it is about, you know, your charitable contributions and what you would do if you win. Because at the end of it, you get funding to come back to your country if you win. And that funding goes to your charity of choice.
Right.
We've just started the Environmental Sustainability Trust Fund Hair Board. So I'm hoping to bring some money back to help them start that off right.
Right. So apart from the charity, what are some of the things that you are doing to bring light to that platform?
At the moment, we've been doing a lot of advocating. So I've been doing some advocating in the streets. And some people have seen me around with my phone camera, asking different questions about diabetes, asking them a lot of questions about autism, bringing some awareness to those two platforms, as well as environmental sustainability, trying to get people to stop using plastic bags at the stores. Yes, I'm that girl annoying everyone in the line going, why didn't you bring your sustainable bag? And handing you one of mine. That's me. I'm just trying to get us to do small things. You know, it's unfortunate that these competitions don't last for a long time, and that's why I like the Mrs. Bvi one, because it's a lifestyle challenge.
Right.
So it challenges me to continue my platforms for the rest of my life.
Right.
That's the whole purpose. So I don't, you know, there's a lot I would have loved to do in the year. The year will be up in March, but for now, I'm going to do what I can, and over the next couple months, you know, even after I'm no longer the queen and I've passed the crown on to someone else, I'm going to continue my quest to minimize styrofoam, you know, try to get some of those laws right here in the BVI. So soon, Sophie, you and I are going to have to take our plates to the restaurant.
That's okay. I'll take a real big one. I'm just playing. Okay, so, you know, one of the reasons why I really wanted to sit down and chat with you was because, of course, you're Mrs. Bvi.
Yes.
You're married, so you've got the
13
husband.
years,
13 years? All right, girl.
Yes.
So you got the husband, you got the kids, you've got the career. So I basically want to know, how do you juggle all of that? You know, the career, the kids, and of course, sex.
Oh, let's talk about sex, Sophie. So, yeah. Wow.
Yes, wow.
That's a lot. So we're at the buffet table, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's It's challenging.
Yes.
And one of the things I love about being Mrs. BVI is we get to talk about things like this.
Right.
Because you see, our community is so religious that there are some things that we don't want to talk about.
Taboo.
One of them being, how do married women juggle it all?
Right.
We see them, career women, you know, like me, you now have a new platform on your plate. I'm also involved very heavily in my church. I'm involved in other community events. How do I juggle it all? Truth is, I prioritize.
Okay.
I am a wife first.
All right. Okay.
Because of him, I'm a mother.
Right.
So I go in that order. I attend to the needs of my husband first, and then I attend to everything else. So
You make it sound so easy.
Oh, it's
I
not.
tend to the needs of my husband first.
It's not.
Because in my world, you know, when I finish work 3 jobs and then you have the homework and then you have the dinner and then it's like, and then you have to find time for yourself.
Yeah. So here's my trick.
Okay.
Oh, Lord, Sophie.
Teach me, please. Fill me in.
So here's my trick. So my husband is a morning person.
Okay.
So we color
Yes.
in the morning, bright and early, right?
Right.
That gets him out the way.
Right.
And then I can get up and cook and get the kids ready for school.
Hold on. So let's just say that, so he's a morning person.
Yes.
But suppose you're not a morning person.
I'm
so
not. I'm not a morning
You're
person.
sacrificing now
I
to
do.
get up and color.
I do, because this attends to his need. I have to make sure he's happy before he leaves the house.
Okay.
So
okay.
I'm concerned about, is he happy? He looks happy to me now.
You see, but this is the question: who's making sure that you're happy?
So we'll get there. So
Okay.
now I've dealt with him, and then I'm dealing with the kids. So
Yes.
getting the kids off to school, then we go. One of the things that my husband and I do every day, unless something conflicts, is we have lunch together every day.
Okay.
Come what may, it's an opportunity for us without the kids to have just us time. So it's one of the things I try not to compromise on. I don't schedule lunch meetings. I don't let anything interfere with my lunch hour,
Great.
regardless of what time that is, because we need that time together so we can have adult talk without the 3 kids in the household.
Right.
So we can, talk about our businesses and just, have that time together. It's, maybe not the most romantic places sometimes, but the fact that he sacrifices that time during the day to spend it with me, that's a lot of the time that I need.
Right.
So for me, that's me time with him.
Your
yeah.
that's your time with him. And then what about me time, your time with you?
So after we're done the day at work,
Yeah.
we both have a couple of things that we're involved in afterwards. We have our own business, and then we also have some additional activities we're involved in. Then it's homework with the kids, which is generally myself, while my husband deals with other things.
I'm just going to put in here, I am of the belief that homework is not for kids, it's for the parents.
It's our homework.
It's our homework. I just
definitely.
want to put that out there.
Teachers out there, we're putting you on the spot. Stop giving us homework. We
Yes.
graduated a long time ago.
It's ridiculous. But anyway, so after homework, you have...
So after homework with the kids, I really do try to get home at a decent hour so we can get homework done by a certain time. And then it's mommy time. And truth is, Sophie, it's a tub of ice cream, me and the TV.
Really? Because
Really.
after I do all of that, the homework, the cooking, preparing for the next day, you're so tired. You crash. There's no ice cream.
But you have no, I don't do the crash thing. I make sure I set myself out right. You got to schedule these things. So treat it like a job.
Okay.
If I color early in the morning, there's a chance that I can get an hour and a half sleep in between then before I have to get up and get the kids ready. No, schedule it out. Put it in your diary. Schedule it out. Then I get up and I make sure I get the kids sorted for school. And I cheat. I wake my kids up one at a time. I don't wake up everybody together so that it makes things easier. You know how it is. They fight, right? So I wake them up one at a time. And then by the time I'm waking them up and they're getting ready, I have my devotional time. So I make sure I have some time to spend with God before I leave my house in the morning. And then I go downstairs and start getting everybody ready for school. And then we head out to our separate jobs. I have my half day at work. Then I have lunch with my husband. So we've had some alone time. He doesn't feel neglected. I don't feel like, we didn't get time to spend together. No, we do it every day. We don't need a special moment to do it. We do it on a daily basis. Then I get home, it's homework. Homework. After homework, and cooking is happening in between there.
Yeah.
Once that's finished, it's me time.
Okay.
My husband knows, don't mess with me.
Don't mess with your me time. So, okay, we're going to go back to coloring now.
Should we define that?
I think people know what we mean when we say coloring. So
Ministering to my husband.
Okay.
Yes.
I think I prefer coloring. So my question is, how much is enough coloring?
Oh, Lord.
This is a question a lot of women they struggle with it. How much is enough coloring? Do you color like 3 times a week?
Oh, Lord, I don't want to put my husband on the spot.
You're not putting him on the spot.
So, I think some men, I'm going to put your husband on the spot because I believe he's in this category of men, don't understand that too much coloring might not be good for them. They don't get it, right?
Right.
They don't understand that too much
crayons.
color. Your crayon not going to be the same.
Right.
When you try to, they don't get that. And for most men, there's never too much coloring. It's unfortunate. So I think like you married one of those people who thinks that there's never too much coloring.
So how do you deal with that issue? Because they're feeling that their coloring book is just
empty
and boring.
We colored yesterday morning. What?
Right. So they don't think that that's enough. So how, as a wife, or not even a wife, your partner or whatever, how do you know that you're coloring enough?
Well, you have to know your husband. I know sometimes when my husband says, let's have lunch together.
Yeah.
We're not eating no food. I'm going to go back to work hungry.
Right.
I know that. But you have to know the appetite of your husband. If you know he likes Johnny cake and fish, you better fry some fish and you better roll up some Johnny cakes because that is what you have to do. I know the appetite of my husband. So come what may, all he has to say is, babe, you want color later or should we color now? And even though sometimes, honestly, I'm not in the mood. I don't want to color. I've had a hard day at work. I got homework to help with. I got projects to start doing. I don't want to color, but it's our duty as wives. That's why I strongly recommend that every young lady is married before you get yourself into these relationships with men where you give everything away, because what is there to have and hold and love before then? Right?
Okay.
And when he want to say color all the time, you'd be like, no.
So basically, it's color whenever he wants the color.
Color whenever he wants the color, and he will be respectful enough that when you say, I have a headache.
Well, sometimes we really do have a headache. We really do have a headache sometimes.
Then he could give you a break. But, it's better for him to be, there was a saying that says, never let your husband leave your house horny or hungry. I firmly believe in that.
Right.
Don't let him leave horny or hungry.
Right.
Sometimes you might have to pick one. Okay, you're going to be hungry today or just horny.
Right.
But never let him leave hungry or horny. I firmly believe in that because men are visual and touchy-feely. So if that makes him feel comfortable for the rest of the day, it's my duty as his wife to make sure that he's comfortable in whatever way.
But then it concerns me because you say our duty as a wife. So, we're responsible for the kids majority of the time. We're responsible for the meals, the clothes.
That plate is already full.
The home. Okay, we have a full plate.
We do.
We have a full plate. So it's like sometimes you feel overwhelmed. I mean, I don't know. In my world, I feel overwhelmed. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm with you, girl. But this is where we need to, as couples, we must have that conversation. So a lot of times, and let's admit it, we get silent. We feel overwhelmed, but we don't say, honey, I really wish you would have cooked dinner tonight.
Right.
We just keep it in and we mumble over that
and
stewed
we just
chicken.
cook the dinner. Right.
He ain't even helping. Look at him.
Right.
Watching football. We don't say it, but we need to be honest as women and say, babes, it's been a rough day today. Can you deal with the homework with the kids? I'm going to get dinner started. I can't do both.
Right.
We feel we can't say it. Why not? No, we need to, because we want to be super women.
Yeah.
We don't want them to see that weakness that we might not be able to perform well enough in everything. Put it out there. Don't wait until he touches you to say, not tonight, not tonight.
My head hurts.
My head hurts.
I watched Tony load of clothes.
No, don't wait until that point. I think your relationship should be to the point where before you get to that point, you touch him up first and then you say, babes, I'm so tired this evening. If you don't mind, let's take the night off.
Right.
You initiate that conversation, because when they do, they take it offensively sometimes. It's, we never have sex. What? We had it 3 times a day. But the minute you say no, it appears that it doesn't happen at all.
Yeah.
So let's be the ones to initiate the conversation. Let's be honest and open in our relationships. I need you to wash the dishes for the rest of this week because it's too much for me to do everything else. Let's pick a schedule. Mondays and Wednesdays, you cook.
I like that.
Or take us out to eat or order some food and bring it home. But figure out what that schedule, that balance is going to be. My husband knows on Fridays, I'm not doing anything.
Right. No cooking, no
No
nothing.
cooking. A lot of times on Wednesdays, because we attend church on Wednesdays, we will eat dinner out. So that way we don't have to worry about dinner. So technically, I sometimes get 2 days off from cooking, but you need to set that schedule. If not, I'm going to overwhelm myself. I'm going to underperform as a mom, as a wife, and then at work, because the stress, we take it everywhere with us.
Yep.
Set that schedule. Get that map out.
So your advice is to set the schedule.
Set a schedule. We schedule our lives at work, but then we ad-lib at home.
Yeah.
Why?
Crazy.
Why?
I
So
don't
we
know.
put everything else in our diary. Okay, we have a meeting at 2 o'clock. We don't want anything to conflict. And the minute we get home, it's every man for themselves. Do whatever you want to, and then you're trying to figure it out. No, schedule it down. I think it's important for us to be organized, busy women.
Yeah.
So I
Organized, busy
schedule
women.
it in. I know the habits of my husband, so I make sure that I'm available for those times.
Right.
I know the habits of my kids, so I make sure that I'm on stream for those times. I know what my habits are. So I know when I need to, okay, babes, I can't do this today. It's been a rough day at work. I'm going to need a break.
Yeah.
Or I'm too tired. I'm going to go to bed a bit early. Can you sort the kids out? But you need to have that dialogue. Communication and conversation is everything. If we can't talk even about me not being able to color tonight, then
Yeah.
that's a problem.
Right. All right. Well, Miss Angel, I like to say your name, by the way.
Ooh,
It was definitely a treat having you in the studios. Please give us the dates for your show in China. Is this something that we're going to be able to see? Is it going to be televised?
It will be televised, but I don't think we'll be able to see it locally, unfortunately. But I'll make sure that by the time I come back, you guys have had a copy. You know, I'm really praying that I perform well enough to put BVI on the map. Siobhan did such an awesome job last year. She set the standard so high
Yes,
for
she
me
did.
that I have to make sure I go out there and I do my best. So the show is December 11th. It's in Sanya, China, and I'm excited. It's Hainan Island. It's an awesome, gorgeous tropical place right off the south coast of China, and I'm excited to go there. So I leave on the 29th of November, and I'll be out there for the entirety of the first half of December. Excited to represent the BVI.
You're going to do fantastic, my dear. Any little insights or sneak peek into like your dress or... or are you going to keep it all a secret?
I think I'll keep that a secret for
Oh,
now.
man. All
But
right.
I'm a simple girl. I don't like too much fluff or flash. I love, the only thing that might be very exquisite is my jewelry. I love heavy necklaces. So, so that might be the most exquisite bit about it. But I think simplicity and class is probably the best
Yes.
insight I can
I
give.
know you're going to look fabulous and you're going to do well.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you so much. Again, schedule, write it in your diary,
Yep.
and enjoy coloring.
Enjoy coloring.
Well, again, a pleasure having you here on Hot Trends. Anybody you want to shout out? Say anything
I just want to say hi to the BVI, hi to my kids, to my husband. Have a great evening. Hello to the Hot Trends followers.
All right. JTV Hot Trends, ladies and gentlemen, please keep it locked. We'll be back.